Assalamu alaikum, Zinobin. Help me share the video, please. Share the video, ladies and gentlemen. Share the video. Normal book. التمس نقاط يمكن بالنسبة لكثيرين كانت تصريحات جديدة، تصريحات إذن مثيرة للبعض. فعشان كده احنا عايزين الليلة انت كمان يمكن تتكلم لنا في بعض النقاط اللي جنرال جونسون قدر يلتمسه في الحلقة الفاتت. وبداية بنبدأ بالمؤتمر اللي مفروض يكون يوم 30 من شهر 9 ده. حسب كلام الجنرال جونسون أولون بيقول إنه المؤتمر تم تأجيله، وفي نفس الوقت بيقول إنه ما في قيادات سياسية أو ما في قيادات في المعارضة اللي هم ما وقعوا على اتفاقية السلام حيجوا ويكونوا جزء من المؤتمر. وهو منشن سامي بتاعت ناس جنرال بول مولون أوان والجنرال توماس سيريلو وكمان السياسي هنري ودوارو وجنرال ستيفن بواي. وفي نفس الوقت جنرال جرويتش انت قدمت دعوات قبل كده للقيادات ديل عشان ما يجي يحضروا المؤتمر. فالسؤال هنا، هل ما كان في تشاور بيناتكم كقيادات كيتغوانغ قبل ما تكتبوا الخطابات وتدعوا القيادات ديل عشان ما يجوا ويشاركوا معاكم المؤتمر، ولا ليه بقى في تناقض في التصريحات بينك وبين النائب بتاعك جنرال جونسون أولين؟ تفضل.
والله ما في كلام زي ده. كلام بتاع جونسون وكله يا هو قاعد يستنى عليه. بكلام بتاع مؤتمر ده، كلام بتاع المؤتمر ده كلام في محله. كلام في محله. كلام في محله. عجلت المؤتمر ده بمشاكل بتاع فاينان يا وقف كبير ليوم الثاني ليوم الماء. كلامنا ما في مشاكل بينما جونسون ولو ما في اي مشكله.
لكن جونسون قاعد
بعدين كلام بتاع invitation بتاع ناس مالون اون ناس صح مالون اون عنده فصيل بتاعه. لو نادينا مالون عشان يجي في مؤتمر ما بيجي بنفسه براو ذاته. ما بيجي وما داير مؤتمر عشان يجي فوقه. وتوم سيل ما داير عشان يجي في مؤتمر. وبواي رولنا ما داير عشان يجي في مؤتمر. ده حاجة معروف. يجي فصال بتاعه مختلف.
لكن انت كان قدمت لهم دعوات مش جنرال؟
نعم.
انت كان قدمت لهم انفيتيشن مش؟
ايوه كان كان يجي يضمنا في مؤتمر بتاع كونفرنس بتاع سيدوان. كان يجي. بعدين جيت عجلت المؤتمر لمشاكل بتاع فاينانشال. لان ناس كثير كان يجي، ناس كثير يجي وياكل شنو.
لكن هم حيجوا ولا ما حيجوا؟ الكلام بتاع جونسون امبارح انه جماعه ما حيجوا.
ما بيجي حقيقه. ما بيجي. لو جونسون كلم ذاته ناس ما بيجي ذاته. الناس ذاته ما بيجي.
اوكي طيب.
ايوه ما بيجي معنا. ما في مشكله. ما بيجي في مؤتمر. انا عارف زي ده.
اوكي تمام. طيب برضه في نقطة برضه جنرال، انه انتوا بديتوا مفاوضات مع الحكومة. الفكير كان ارسل لكم وفد وانتوا قعدتوا معاهم ولسه انتوا هتتكلموا عشان ما تقدروا تنفذوا البنود اللي انتوا قاعدين تطالبوا بها دائما، اللي هو السكيورتي ارينجمنت وتخريج بتاعة القوات. وكمان جونسون بيقول انه لو انتوا اتفقتوا والاتفاقية ماشية بالطريقة الكويسة انتوا هترجعوا جوبا وهتكونوا كلكم في SPLM تحت قيادة بتاعة الفكير مياردت.
فطبعا كلام بتاعت الترتيبات الأمنية يا كلامنا أنا قاعدين فوق مع جونسون ذاته ما في أي مشكلة. ما في أي مشكلة. لو حصل لنا حوار مع حكومة أيوة ده مشكلة بتاع الترتيبات المعروفة اللي كتبوا 8 شهور 6 شهور 3 شهور وفات حتى يوم 12 شهر يا نهاية بتاع السلام. ما في مشكلة. ما في أي مشكلة. مجنانا نحن بنعمل حوار بواسط الحكومة بواسط الإيران. ما في أي مشكلة فوقه. يعني دايرين بس سلام أهم حاجة.
حتى أنتوا يعني لسه بتتفاوضوا مع الحكومة. هل في زمن معين مثلا خطيتوه إنه الاتفاق ده يتم بيناتكم مع الحكومة عشان ما ترجعوا جوبا؟
نعم كلامي لسه ما بدأ، لكن أنا ببدأ في حوار. الحوار لما حوار ينتهي يا أبو ودين حاجة ودنا في حوار ده اكتساب الأمنية ده وكون كويس وكون فطال يا حاجة الناس بوصل في جوبا بيه وبعدين.
انتوا هترجعوا جوبا
بوصل بتاع دولة إيران.
هترجعوا جوبا كأي أو ولا هترجعوا جوبا تمشي تنضموا للحكومة بقيادة بتاع سلفا؟
طبعا الحوار لسه ما بدأ. الحوار لسه ما كتب الترتيبات اللي كان كتبوه ده بيقولوا مراجع باتفاقية اللي كان سلام اللي كتبوه.
نعم
مراجع بتاع الترتيبات اللي كان كتبوه يا أنا بكلم فوقه بعدين. لو وقمنا في بنود الأصلي ما في مشكلة. حكومة يعني ما في زي ما درس سلام. لو ما وقفنا في محلات ده ما يتفقنا فوق ده حاجة بمشي بلقى قدام.
طيب نفس السؤال انا امبارح سالته لجونسون اولين جنرال قروي، انه اذا انتم ما وصلتوا لاتفاق برضو يعني نفس المحل اللي هسه الفكير ما بقيت الحركات هم واقفين فوقه انه ما تم البند بتاع الترتيبات الامنيه وتوحيد بتاع القوات وتخريجهم. انتوا هتعملوا شنو؟
لو من ما وصل في مال ده أنا باين علم بشوق وأنا بشوق في شنو يحصل فوقه. أيوة ده في دارين سلام. ترتيبات أمنية كده في ماله تمام ما في مشكلة. لو ترتيبات أمنية ما كده في ماله علم يعرفه كمان. حاجة ده في بنود كده. أيوة أنا باين حكومة بعمل شنو؟ وانا نبغى ندافع انفسنا.
سو حتى يعني الوضع حاليا لسه مشتعل عندكم في المنطقه هناك. كل مره في هجمات قاعد يتكرر بيناتكم مع قوات بتاعت رياك مشار. انت شايف شنو يعني حتى مثلا في ظل بتاعت الهجمات الكثير والقتال الدائر في ميجينيس؟ هل ده فرصة كويس انتوا هتقعدوا مع الحكومة وتقدروا تواصلوا المفاوضات بتاعكم في حين انه لسه المشاكل مستمر، ولا انتوا؟
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is Billy Luke. Good morning in Africa, good afternoon, Australia. Good evening to the audience and watching from United States. This is Billy Luke. I want to bring this program to your attention as an interview of Lieutenant General Gatwech in his response to the recent interview of Lieutenant General Johnson Ruweng. So the interview that you just listened to preliminary is the voicemail of Lieutenant General Gatwech. But before we proceed with the audio of General Gatwech, I would like to read it to you in English. That way you can actually have a clue about the interview in Arabic. I believe most of the audience or listeners do not actually listen to or understand Arabic. Therefore, it would be crucial to read it in English for you to proceed with the oral interview. So let me bring it to your attention very quickly, and then I will go back. I will revert back to the audio of his interview. So here is the headline, ladies and gentlemen, from the radio to Mazich. General Gatwech dispute RIP with General Ruweng. As I have put it up there, you can see the title. This is what we want to focus on, and this is how we want to analyze it. Is McGuinness faction crumbling under Gatwech? For those of you who might not be familiar with Gatwech, his other name is Gatwech. That is a short name or shortcut, for saying Gatwech. So that is the main topic that we want to analyze today. Is McGuinness faction crumbling under Lieutenant General Gatwech? That is the question of the day. This interview was conducted on Radio Tamazuch as a response to the recent interview of Lieutenant General Johnson Ruweng by General Gatwech. So I would like to read the script to you that is published on the website of Radio Tamazuch, and this is the headline: General Gatwech dispute RIP with General Ruweng, meaning that he was actually being contacted by the Radio Tamazuch in order to respond to the recent interview of General Johnson Ruweng. And this is what we told you the other day when we came live, that something is not right about this development on the ground at McGuinness camp. And so something is fishy, something is not in its position. So there is a possibility, there is a disagreement, there is a RIP, or there is a fragmentation going on in the SPLM IO leadership under General Gatwech. That means General Gatwech is about to defect from General Gatwech camp. So here is the article of his interview. The leader of the breakaway faction of the Sudan People Liberation Army in opposition, General Simon Gatwech, also known as the Kit Gwang Declaration, denied report of division within the group. Gatwech, speaking to Radio Tamazu yesterday, said he and his Deputy General, Johnson Ruweng, are on good terms and share the same vision to push for and expedite the full implementation of the peace agreement, and especially the security arrangement. General Ruweng said over the weekend that they are negotiating with President Salva Kiir Mayardit to expedite the implementation of the security arrangement. He also said that there was no initial agreement to invite other military groups to attend a planned conference in Magenis, which Gatwech did. But he added that they agreed to suspend the conference. Yes, we have canceled the conference due to financial issues, as you have just heard from his oral interview on Radio Tamazu. That's the reason why those of Paul Malonga and Thomas Rilo, Stephen Rolnyang, why they failed to show up in the proposed Magenis conference is because of financial crisis. That means they are facing financial shortage, and so they could not actually acquire any logistic to avail themselves in Magenis in case the conference was going to take place. And that is quite ridiculous itself for Lieutenant General Garwidwal to say that it was due to the financial crisis. That's why the three generals that were invited to attend the proposed Magenis conference is due to financial crisis, because the conference was actually due on September 30th, according to what we know so far. So that means he's actually being hypocritical in denying the fact that there is a rift between him and Johnson Ruweng. So Johnson Ruweng, based on his interview, is also rejecting the inclusion of those aforementioned three generals with a different faction, Stephen Boy-Rolnyang, Paul Malonga, and Thomas Rilo, are rejected by General Johnson Ruweng. And that is a sign, that is an indication of rift in the camp of Magenis. But here is General Garwidwal attesting to us in his own interview that these three generals were indeed invited to attend the conference. But based on the interview of General Ruweng, he's actually against the inclusion of Paul Malonga, Thomas Rilo, and Stephen Rolnyang. But in this case, it appears that Garwidwal is actually in consensus to welcome these three generals. So that is a clear sign there is a rift in the leadership of the Magenis camp. General Ruweng said over the weekend that they are negotiating with President Salva Kiir Mayardit to expedite the implementation of the security arrangement. He also said that there was no initial agreement to invite other military groups to attend a planned conference in Magenis, which is actually contrary to what Garwidwal just said in his own interview. Which Garwidwal did, but he added that they agreed to suspend the conference. So the proposed conference was abruptly cancelled following its announcement 2 days ago, and then 2 days later, there was an abrupt announcement of cancellation of the conference proposed to take place in Magenis. So that is a clear sign of a rift between Garwidwal and Johnson Ruweng. Yes, we have cancelled the conference due to financial crisis, which is not true, but there is no division between me and Johnson Ruweng. That's not even true. That we say we are in complete agreement with Johnson, and the postponement of the conference had nothing to do with the invitation of these leaders, but rather for financial reasons that led to the postponement of the conference. Regarding the security arrangement, that we say this is the issue we are pushing for with Gatwech, with Olonya, I mean. There's no problem. If we manage to negotiate with the government, we will put down clear mechanism for the implementation, being for 2 or 3 months, and hopefully reach an agreement. We are ready to engage the government in a negotiation with the government or a GATT. We only need peace for our people. General Garwich stressed that his group is not open for negotiation with SPLA-IO leader Riek Machar, claiming that Machar has been attacking their forces. We do not have any channel of communication for negotiation with Riek because he attacked our position 5 times. Our dialogue is with the government. We don't even want to see Machar anymore. He violated the security arrangement several times by bringing firearm by land to his forces and launching an offensive against our defensive position. How can such a leader be defended by a president? How can you attack your own forces? Garwich said. Forces loyal to Machar and Garwich have fought in Magenis area of Upper Nile State. Last month, peace partners and the international community appealed to the leaders of the SPLMIO to resolve their political and military differences and focus on the implementation of the peace agreement. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the script that was published on the Radio Tamazuch website. But before we continue with the analysis of this development on the ground in Magenis, we would like to continue or proceed with the interview from the Radio Tamazuch. Daniel, you can go ahead and play that audio so people can listen it to themselves.
Audio Pulanyal Garwido.
Yeah, kare wulanya and Paul. I mean, it's kare wulan kare Garwidwal and Paul.
إنه يعني بتحتاجوا إنه تقعدوا مع رياك مشار عشان توقفوا الهجوم والمشاكل اللي قاعد يحصل ده عشان تقدروا توصلوا برضه للسلام.
أنا بسمعنا ما ناكر قوان بغريشن ما ننا حوار مع دكتوريات لأن دكتوريات حجمنا 5 مرات.
It started from the beginning.
Okay, akava mida.
I do question Georgia from the beginning until when you talk.
مقائد إعلان كيدغوان.
I طبعا we into Junubina Lum Gadina and we play this one. Don't say this is allegation or whatever. We play this one so to make the South Sudanese understand more fully, because we can translate in Dinka or in other languages. So you need to make sure that we come with this audio. It is nothing fake. It's the same the way the Radio Tamazight was posted. So you have a time to come in. I'm gonna share the link for you, and you need to come because this concern all of us South Sudanese people. Not only me, not only Johnson Wulang, not only Garwidwal. This is concern all of us. So what you hear from this audio, that is what we come with, because I have some analyze that I can say about what Johnson Wulang say and what the Garwidwal say, and what they think about what they said, because there's something wrong there. I'm going to come up with my understanding, and you have your own understanding, okay? So Garwidwal and Wulang, we will come later on with analysis, but I have my own analysis, okay? So don't be boring, because what is a long talk. Let us wait. Be patient, okay? Sorry for just waiting, okay? And then we will come on to our conclusion and our analyze. So whatever you analyze to it is nothing wrong, okay? We all were the same thing. So ana babda le interview with General Garwidwal, and then the Johnson Wulang was yesterday. Was Zola Umbara Alela, yani pi South Sudan is already Umbara, okay? But Lena Alela. So let me play. So just be patient, okay? And
yeah,
just
let's play it first, and then after that we will all come together and then analyze it together.
Yeah.
So there is too much contradiction between the two generals, but Garwidwal is trying to be political here, so he's actually in denial, which is going to be debunked by their own. That's when we have to replay the interview of Wulang, so that you can actually be able to judge by yourself. We are not here to make up anything. So thank you very much, Daniel. You can go ahead and play it. Let the people judge themselves.
Okay.
هو الجنرال سايمون قرويج دول. إذا سايمون قرويج بنقول لك مرحب بك، وإنت الليلة ضيف معنا في إذاعة تمازج. أهلا بك جنرال.
عليك السلام ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. أوكي، أنا مبسوط اليوم عشان تمازج فون ميت.
يا مرحب بك، مرحب بك كثير جنرال سايمون قرويج. يمكن حلقة الليلة هتكون امتداد لحلقتنا اللي فاتت مع جنرال جونسون أولينج. وفي حوارنا اللي فات مع جنرال جونسون هو التمس نقاط يمكن بالنسبة لكثيرين كانت تصريحات جديدة، تصريحات إذن مثيرة للبعض. فعشان كده احنا عايزين الليلة انت كمان يمكن تتكلم لنا في بعض النقاط اللي جنرال جونسون قدر يلتمسوا في الحلقة اللي فاتت. وبداية بنبدأ بالمؤتمر اللي مفروض يكون يوم 30 من شهر 9 ده. حسب كلام الجنرال جونسون أولين بيقول إنه المؤتمر تم تأجيله، وفي نفس الوقت بيقول إنه ما في قيادات سياسية أو ما في قيادات في المعارضة اللي هم ما وقعوا على اتفاقية السلام حيجوا ويكونوا جزء من المؤتمر. وهو منشن سامي بتاعت ناس جنرال بول مولون أوان والجنرال توماس سيريلو وكمان السياسي هنري ودوارو وجنرال ستيفن بواي. وفي نفس الوقت جنرال قرويج انت قدمت دعوات قبل كده للقيادات ديل عشان ما يجي يحضروا المؤتمر. فالسؤال هنا، هل ما كان في تشاور بيناتكم كقيادات كيدغوان قبل ما تكتبوا الخطابات وتدعوا القيادات ديل عشان ما يجوا ويشاركوا معاكم المؤتمر، ولا ليه بقى في تناقض في التصريحات بينك وبين النائب بتاعك جنرال جونسون أولين؟ تفضل.
والله ما في كلام زي ده. كلام بتاع جونسون هو يا قاعد لسان عليه. بكلام بتاع المؤتمر ده، كلام بتاع المؤتمر ده كلام في محله. كلام في محله. كلام في محله. عجلت المؤتمر ده بمشاكل بتاع فاينان يا وقف كبير ليوم الثاني ليوم الماء. كلامنا ما في مشاكل بينما جونسون ولو ما في اي مشكله.
لكن جونسون قال
بعدين كلام بتاع انفايتيشن بتاع ناس مالون اوان. نعم صح، مالون اوان يجي فصيل بتاعه. لو نادينا مالون عشان يجي في مؤتمر ما بيجي بنفس براءه ذاته. ما بيجي، وما داير مؤتمر عشان يجي فوقه. وتوم سيسل ما داير عشان يجي في مؤتمر. وبواي رولنا ما داير عشان يجي في مؤتمر. ده حاجه معروف. يجي فصال بتاعه مختلف.
لكن انت كان قدمت لهم دعوات مش جنرال؟
نعم.
انت كان قدمت لهم انفيتيشن مش؟
ايوه كان يجي يضم معنا في مؤتمر بتاع كونفرنس بتاع كيدغوان. كان يجي. بعدين جيت عجلت المؤتمر لمشاكل بتاع فاينانشال. لأن ناس كثير كان يجي، ناس كثير يجي وياكل شنو.
لكن هم حيجوا ولا ما حيجوا؟ الكلام بتاع جونسون امبارح انه جماعه ما حيجوا.
ما بيجي حقيقه. ما بيجي. لو جونسون كلم ذاته الناس ما بيجي ذاته. الناس ذاته ما بيجي.
اوكي طيب.
ايوه ما بيجي معنا، ما في مشكله. ما بيجي في مؤتمر. انا اجد انا اعرف زي ده.
اوكي تمام. طيب برضه في نقطه برضه جنرال، انه انتوا بديتوا مفاوضات مع الحكومه. الفكير كان ارسل لكم وفد وانتوا قعدتوا معاهم، ولسه انتوا هتتكلموا عشان ما تقدروا تنفذوا البنود اللي انتوا قاعدين تطالبوا بها دائما، اللي هو السكيورتي ارينجمنت وتخريج بتاعه القوات. وكمان جونسون بيقول انه لو انتوا اتفقتوا والاتفاقيه ماشيه بالطريقه الكويسه، انتوا هترجعوا جوبا وهتكونوا كلكم في SPLM تحت قياده بتاعه الفكير مياردت.
فطبعا كلام بتاعت الترتيبات الأمنية يا كلامنا أنا قاعدين فوق مع جونسون ذاك ما في أي مشكلة. ما في أي مشكلة لو حصل لنا حوار مع حكومة. أيوة ده مشكلة بتاع الترتيبات المعروفة اللي كتبوا 8 شهور 6 شهور 3 شهور وفات حتى يوم 12 شهر يا نهاية بتاع السلام. ما في مشكلة ما في أي مشكلة. مجنانا نحن بنعمل حوار بواسط الحكومة بواسط الإيران ما في أي مشكلة فوقه. يعني دايرين بس سلام أهم حاجة.
حتى انتوا يعني لسه بتتفاوضوا مع الحكومة. هل في زمن معين مثلا خطيتوه انه الاتفاق ده يتم بيناتكم مع الحكومة عشان ما ترجعوا جوبا؟
نعم كلامي لسه ما بدأ لكن أنا ببدأ في حوار. الحوار لما حوار ينتهي يا أبو ودي الحاجة ودنا في حوار ده الكتاب الأمنية ده وكون كويس وكون فطال يا حاجة الناس بوصل في جوبا بيه وبعدين.
انتوا هترجعوا جوبا
بواسط بتاع دولة إيران.
هترجعوا جوبا كأي أو ولا هترجعوا جوبا أنا تمشي تنضموا للحكومة بقيادة بتاع سلفا؟
أي طبعا الحوار لسه ما بدأ. الحوار لسه ما كتب الترتيبات اللي كان كتبوه ده بيقولوا مراجع باتفاقية اللي كان سلام اللي كتبوه.
نعم.
مراجع بتاع الترتيبات اللي كان كتبوه يا أنا بكلم فوقه بعدين. لو وقمنا في بنود الأصلي ما في مشكلة. حكومة يعني ما في زول ما درس سلام. لو ما وقفنا في محلات أنا ما اتفقنا فوق ده حاجة أنا بمشي بلقى قدام.
طيب نفس السؤال انا امبارح سالته لجونسون اولين جنرال قرويج انه اذا انتم ما وصلتوا لاتفاق برضه يعني نفس المحل اللي حتى سلفكير ما بقيت الحركات هم واقفين فوقه انه ما تم البند بتاع الترتيبات الامنيه وتوحيد بتاعت القوات وتخريجهم. انتوا حتعملوا شنو؟
لو من ما وصل في مال زي ده انا باين علم بشوف وانا بشوف في شنو يحصل فوقه. ايوه ده دارين سلام. ترتيبات امنيه كده في ماله تمام ما في مشكله. لو ترتيبات امنيه ما كده في ماله علم يعرفه كمان حاجه ده في بنود كده. ايوه انا باين حكومه بعمل شنو؟ وانا نبغى ندافع انفسنا.
حتى يعني الوضع حاليا لسه مشتعل عندكم في المنطقه هناك. كل مره في هجمات قاعد يتكرر بيناتكم مع قوات بتاعت رياك مشار. انت شايف شنو يعني حتى مثلا في ظل بتاعت الهجمات الكثير والقتال الدائر في ميجينيس؟ هل ده فرصة كويس انتوا هتقعدوا مع الحكومة وتقدروا تواصلوا المفاوضات بتاعكم في حين انه لسه المشاكل مستمر، ولا انتوا كمان يعني بتحتاجوا انه تقعدوا مع رياك مشار عشان توقفوا الهجوم والمشاكل اللي قاعد يحصل ده عشان تقدروا توصلوا برضه للسلام؟
انا بسم ما لنا كيرغوان ديريشن ما لنا حوار مع دكتوريات لان دكتوريات هجمنا 5 مرات. هجمنا 5 مرات وناس مات. ماني بعد كده ماني حوار مع دكتوريات. حوار هاي بكون مع ناس حكومه. لان دكتوريات ده زول براو. انا الاول وبشاكل. ايوه انا ما دارين عديل كده انا ما دارين مشاكل.
يا طيب
انا بعمل حوار مع حكومه بالترتيبات الامنيه اللي كتبوا يوم ده بتاع ده خارج الترتيبات. خارج الترتيبات جاب سلاح بتاعه بيتات وجاب 4 بيتات ويوجع هجمونا في محلات بتاعنا. وانا باين زول زي ده بكون نايب اول كيف. انا اول بيجي بحجم ناس بتاعه والقضيه ده قضيه بتاع شنو جا حجمنا بيه. عشان انا ما مشيت في جوبا عشان اقول له ما مشي في جوبا يا وجع حجمونا بيه. كلام زي ده وقضينا في ترتيبات الامنيه. الجنوب السودان ده الترتيبات الامنيه يكونوا في ماله يا دكتوريات فشل في مشاكل بتاعه ده يا 8 شهور 6 شهور و3 شهور وبرا نفس ذاته ماشي في جوبا كان يحقق الكلام ده وكان هجمونا بأربات بتاعه مصلى وسلاح جديد وديسان العجانة نحن فضائينا عسى.
طيب انتوا ما دايرين تقعدوا مع رياك مشار، ما دايرين كلام بيناتكم يعني، والمؤتمر انتوا اجلتوه لكن حيقوم، تفتكر ده بيكون في اجواء كويس، في اجواء هادي انه يعني تواصلوا الانشطه بتاعتكم، تقوموا المؤتمر هناك في المنطقه؟ ما في اي تخوف
وقفت المؤتمر نعم، وقفت المؤتمر ما وقفت بشان رياك، انا وقفت بكلام تاع فاينانشال كلام تاع قروش، كلام تاع فاينانس ما وقفت بشان رياك. رجلو جيسي إلى نجي، لكن وقبل بكلام تاع فاينان لأن ناس كثير من يجي لازم يشرب مويه ويعمل أي حاجة. ما موضوع بتاريخ.
تمام. طيب قروي بدنا نشوف يعني هل انتوا العلاقة بتاعتكم مع جونسون أولين، لأنه امبارح في الحوار بتاعنا مع جونسون أولين في ناس بدأوا يتكلموا إنه يا أخي لايك في خلافات بيناتكم، لأنه أنت بتقول كلام وجونسون بيقول كلام، فهم شايفين لايك ميبي هيحصل برضو مشكلة بيناتكم أنت وجونسون، ميبي يكون برضو في خلافات داخل مجموعة بتاعت كيدوان. كده أوصف لنا طبيعة العلاقة.
جونسون يا وغاية سنة وراي في مكتب بتاعت الكيدوان ديجريشن. ما في اختلافات بيني، ما عنده اختلافات بيني كل ما في اي حاجه، ما في اي حاجه. انا قاعد معه وانا قاعدين في مال واحد.
نعم.
زي شعار بتاع الناس اللي بخلقوا. جونسون ماي اتفاقيه الحاجه في راس جونسون وفي راس واحد، ما لنا فرق. غيار بتاعنا واحد، الثوره بتاعنا واحد، التركيز بتاعه واحد، ما لنا فرق، ما في اختلافات، كل ناحية.
تمام. طيب امبارح جونسون هو كان جاوب لنا إجابة صريح جدا للسؤال بتاع بعد الاتفاقية. هو قال إنه بعد ما يتم الاتفاقية بيناتكم والحكومة هترجعوا وتنضموا للحركة الشعبية تحت قيادة بتاعت سلفكير ميارديت. أنا سألتك السؤال ده قبل لكن الإجابة بتاعك ما كان واضح، جنرال ما كان صريح. ثاني أنا بكرر نفس السؤال، بعد ما توصلوا لاتفاق أنتوا هترجعوا تكونوا إسبلة تحت قيادة بتاعت الرئيس سلفكير ميارديت؟
نعم. لو وصلنا في حد بتاع تثبات البنود بتاع اتفاقية وصلنا فوق كلنا، طيب ما في داعي. جنوب السودان ده بتاعنا، الرئيس بتاعه يا كان سلفكير، يعني بمشي في بنود نجحنا في بنود ما عندنا اي مشكله فوق. اتفاقيه نفسه دارين بس نفس اتفاقيه يكون في محله. بعد كده جيش القوات بتاعنا ينقلب في جوبا، يمشي جوبا، والبوليس بتاعنا يمشي جوبا.
تمام. شكرا كثير جنرال. اذا عندك اي اضافه او اي كلام مثلا انا ما تطرقت له في المحاور، سؤال انت كنت متوقعه مني وانا ما سالتك انت عايز تتكلم عنه، انا بديك الفرصه تتكلم.
اوكي. شكرا تمازك. ما عندي اي كلام كثير ثاني، بس مشكله بتاع ده مشكله الترتيبات الامنيه الكتبوا جنوب السودان واحد، ما في زول داير يموت. بس انا دايرين جنوب السودان يكون في سلام. جنوب السودان في شرق جنوب السودان، غرب جنوب السودان، شمال جنوب السودان، جنوب السودان. وانا عملنا ديكريشن ترتيبان ده كان 64 قبيله يشوف بعضهم ويحل مشاكل وسوى كان ما في زول ثاني يموت. لو دخلنا في ترتيبات بعدين ما في اي مشكله، ممكن السلام بتاعنا بيجي مع حكومه وما في اي حاجه. حكومه يا حكومه جنوب بدل ما حكومتين، حكومه واحد.
تمام. شكرا كثير جنرال سامن قروي، شكرا كثير.
اوكي سلام.
Okay. Yeah. You quite welcome to the show, and really look at there, and everybody is watching there. So now with the time, Billy Luke, I will give this chance to you, or you will give a coach. I think it's somewhere there busy. I don't know. He will leave. So I bagamin ko bala twing ko wog ba koy mio, and then I will come with my another analyze too. Lano yine lo ito unta.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Daniel Matiktek, and welcome Banyakoj Inteloria, Ben and Kinban, which you Charago, studio. I will proceed with English. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think you have listened to the interview of Gerald Gadwidwal, and I have also read out the script that was published on Radio Tamazuch. This is a very clear indication of a military and political rift between Gerald Gadwidwal and Gerald Johnson Ulin. According to what I have just read out, published on Radio Tamazuch, plus the oral interview that you have just heard from Radio Tamazuch, I think there is a lot of contradiction going on, and that is why it is being referred to as a rift between Gerald Johnson Ulin and Gerald Gadwidwal. You have listened to the recent interview of Gerald Johnson Ulin. Gerald Johnson Ulin said it very clearly in his own interview that he's against the inclusion or the invitation of Gerald Paul Malongawan, Gerald Thomas Trillo, and Gerald Stephen Boyd Rolnyak to be part of the McGuinness faction. But according to the interview of Gerald Gadwidwal, I think he's actually contradicting himself against what Gerald Wulong has just said. Gerald Wulong is actually against the invitation of those three aforementioned generals. Where areas, I think there is a echo in the background.
Go ahead, yeah.
Yeah. So there is a rift between Gadwidwal and Johnson Ulay. So Gadwidwal is actually contradicting himself against the position of Ulay. So it is very clear. That is why they abruptly postponed the proposed McGuinness conference, because there is a differences. There is a disagreement that arises between the two military generals. This is how we are actually analyzing this. So that's why you can see the heading is McGuinness faction crumbling under Gadwidwal. Otherwise, it is true, and I agree with the Lieutenant General Gadwidwal that they have a common agenda, and the common agenda is to fight for the right of the people of South Sudan as per the political manifesto. But matter of fact, I think they are not in a good term when it comes to the invitation of other military generals to come and join the faction. Even though General Gadwidwal is actually trying to, pivoting that it was due to financial crisis because they could not be able to have any logistic to come to the McGuinness. That's not true, because the conference has not even taken place yet, as it was proposed to take place on September 30th of this month. So this notion that it was because of the financial crisis that led to the postponement of the conference, it doesn't add up. So General Wulong himself is against the participation or invitation of those generals. So it is very clear, and I don't think any member of the IO faction from McGuinness can actually dispute this. This is very clear in front of us. Some of you can go ahead and listen to that interview over and over again. You can also read the script yourself if you don't understand Arabic. But this is a very simple Arabic. So I'm very grateful to the Radio Tamazuch for being fair and partial to bring us all these inclusive and neutral interview with these two generals. So this is the clear professional way of presenting the media. And so we are grateful to Radio Tamazuch for clarifying the position of the two respective generals. So I would actually minimize my my talk, and I would like to give my guests the chance to say something pertaining this development from against camp. Thank you very much, Daniel. Welcome.
Okay. Before I give it to Akoya there, Peter Bellew, welcome, and Brother Manunding Mawin. Welcome to Dinka Jing Padang Media. We're not gonna make a long talk because we need to hear from the side of you. Before I give it to our coach, I have 1 minute to say what I understand. Garwidwal is actually is correct for what he say. I wanna invite people, but I'm a little bit nervous about the financial problem. But I don't think they will come to. Even he have the money to invite them, but he willing to invite them. Okay, so it is a message is clear. But however, as a deputy say, these people they fight me before they can come here. Even you have $1 million, you're not gonna allow these people to come. I don't want them to come. I don't want anybody to see Malung. Malung. Let us go to Barkazal and fight fight the Salva Kiir.
I have to go to Central
Because
Equatoria and fight.
Malung is again is Salva Kiir Mayardis is big here in Juba. And also, Boy Rolnyang is again is Salva Kiir Mayardis is chair also. So what we see here, Garwidwal is correct for what he say, because financial, everybody know, even in America here, you cannot make a wedding without planning, without money. So it's right there. I don't want to get there. Everybody is different. That is what I see, but I have a lot to say. Coach, I will give you Chan and then follow you by brother Peter Bellew and brother Mawin, and then let us make it better briefly so we can have a time, all of us. So, Coach, you are welcome.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Matek. I hope you are hearing me clearly. Okay,
very good.
Matek, thank you so much, and I thank Bill Luke too, the one who bring this forum up tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, أنا بتكلم بعربي بتاعي المقصر ده. المهم أنا في شغل أنا ما بتكلم كتير. You know الحاجة أنا داير نقوله. ما في بقولوا بعربي قال أو بدينكا أو كوجي تونو ريل ولا دي قال تبير كوكو تقبض يعني تبير كوكو تقرب. You know. To me, you know, I am wondering about this rebel of South Sudan. And Al-Mutamarridin beta South Sudan, they support to learn from Dr. John Grant. You know, when you are fighting one enemy, there is no need for you to divide it yourself. If you want to weakness the government, I will say this message because it is a loss for the rebel of South Sudan. Because the only stronghold rebel was Garwidwal, even not Johnson Woolley. It was the Garwidwal. Why? Because Garwidwal was chasing away from Juba and he went to Congo, and from Congo to Khartoum, and Khartoum to Imhel. So that is why it was the only affected rebel in South Sudan. I don't count those other rebels. It's not because they are not rebel, but they are not active militarily on the ground. But Garwidwal established the military zone and he was there. But look, the Khayana, Haja John Bol Bugulu Yomeda, Bol Brownda, Mabiga Hagiga, Fizol, you can create your own movement and then you turn against them instead to make peace with them and bring them in and tell them that, guys, if this peace is failed, I cannot achieve 10 states, I cannot achieve Borloman, I cannot achieve, you know, Riek Machar had to collaborate, had to cooperate with this general, especially Garwidwal. Ama Johnson Woolley who maruf, Johnson Woolley tamurud ashan shinu. Johnson Woolley amal tamurud gal female bitaw shalo minat apadang del. Maruf le aizol. Ashan kida na bugul. I think this is a starting piece. Uda John Bolboran Bugul Yomi ya Uncle Garwidwal El Gabada Sokon Shadid Marquis. Inter Amul Peace Batak Barak Mahakuma. Because inter mind the Muskala Mahakuma. Zol El Kanamul Muskala Day Uriak Machar. Uriak Machar Biga Bijuba Ubiakula Halawat. Yabgo Ajuz El Kabira Yabdal Fikaba, Achan, you know, Achan Yakula Jan Marquis. Mabarziam Sijuba Chanamul Yamule retirement. وياخد حقه كمان. لان زول انا سمير وقال وعمل يتمرد من 83. حتى لو حسب له بتاع 91 ده ما ده ياو دكتور ريك ده ياو ده تعليمات. عشان كده انا بقول بعرب بسيط قروي دول يعمل سلامه مع حكومه ويمشي جوا. اما بتاع جونسون وولين ده تسلم لانه خلاص ما في حل له. لو لقيت نفسك انت مقفول هو داير يعمل نفسه ذكي زي زمان عملوا لملونغ وندا. قال والله انا بقيت مع حكومه ونغابنا عشان يشيل اسئله وبعدين يرجع. لكن at this time even we are Padang, we don't want him. We want another Chuluk to rule us there in a Padang area. Lakin my Johnson Wooley. So guys, that is the thing I see. I listen to these two videos, but really, I'm not happy, but I am happy for one guy. I'm happy for Garwidwal, but for Wooley, there is no end. This guy is still, nobody can believe him. Lanu Triga Butawa Ugal, he is smart enough. There is tactic. Lanu asa ala sibi shaadni na banasma paramna dengtong paramna manuedial panat nat buta Khartoum na road wa winada gal talgad buta winta wa rabat buta al kubada al baburat shalo minu. You know achankida zola maindu triga hu yamchi wen huma biji hata wadakona ma wasal fogu achankida hu dari ghair siyada butao عشان اللملة هنا عشان ممكن مهل يلقى طلقات تاني ويلقى بابورات. اللقبة بتاعه هو لما ما قرويج ولا ده ما اتفاقية. ده اللقبة ده وانا وان ميشل لو في زول بارو تنشلو هناك ما اتفاقية. عشان كده بنقول لبيتر نيل زمان يا بيتر نيل كده let uncle ده stand by himself. all of Padang we will stand with him. لأن هنا ما عندنا مشكلة بتاعه كان مع جوبا. لكن ولو ده إنه مشكلة كبير معنا. لو كان قروي جوال دم في نفسه وجا قروي وجا دكتور رينيا داكدون قال داير يضربه ولا إننا Padang دار بنضربه ذاته. لكن عشان مشكلة زول خط نفسه في جيب بتاعولن يا وننا زار زول نساعده كيف ذاته هنا يا بيتر نين أنكل أقدر نساعده كيف. don't think that we are not with him. We are with him. لأنه لحاجة بكون هنا زعلانين كابدان community ده حاجة بيجي بقتلنا بغلط. لكن زول قاعد بيشاكل مع حكومة ما عندنا قضية بيو. يمكن زاد انتوا بتلقى الناس تانين يلم معكم في ريبو. لا نفدعنا في ناس ما مقصودين. عندنا اويل بولوشن عندنا شنو. لكن لو زول هو ما عارف حق بتاعه انت ما بتعرف انت بتشاكل في شنو تيجي تقتل المواطنين. يا جماعة كلام ده بيجي كيف. عشان كده يا our brother يا uncle Garwijwal go ahead we are with you. شيل مال بتاع رينيا داكدون ده زادو خليه Garwijwal يشيله. خليه Garwijwal يكون نائب الأول وخليه ريك ده يقعد في بيت. جونسون وولين ده خليه يرجع يكون كفير ساكت ما يشتغل ما يدو زاد جنرال زادو خليه يرجع. لأنه زول ده هو شاكل بكلام زاد ناس بتاعك منه. انت ما ممكن تشاكل أجل الوضع ده حق منه. شلو كان دينكا قاعدين في ملكال من ربنا خلقنا ما في زول شاكل مع زول. ده يا وانت تشيل اسئله كبار بتاع حكومه وتيجي تضرب ناس. المهم انا بخلي باقي المال لبيتر نين وباقي ناس تانيين ومعلش انا لو كلمت كثير. I hope I say what I could say. Thank you.
Thank you, quite thank you. But don't forget also to add something called Johnson will he say doesn't matter is Garwidwal or anybody say there is no any fighting in Arada but I should look. So Johnson will is believe that Arada but I should look for Baratani. So he recommended to Garwidwal nobody is gonna fight to Arada but I should look. Lana who he mentioned there. So you guys need to add it. They are to Arada.
Sorry, Matek, I forget something. ليه جونسون وولين اتكلم قدام قرويجوال لو نات بمشي بالترتيبات بتاع أقدمية. لو قرويجوال كان رئيس بتاعه ما ده قرويجوال أو بيجي أول لراديو تمزج وبعدها you will follow by him. ليه هو يتكلم أول يعمل تصريحات ويقول لنا مع حكومة كده ورينيا داكدون ده ما دايرين إنه وما بسلام جديد وما تشيل السلام القديم وبعدها الرئيس يجي بورا يا جماعة إنتوا كلام ده signal للسبورتر بتاع جرويج. let them tongue كلام كويس مع جرويج وال ومد نوير ديال another بيتكلم معه يوم ده كده أمولا device كويس لأنكل هاجنا ده. Let him find his own clear way. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Brother Manuding, you can hear us, or you somewhere there before I give it to you still there, right? Because your chance is coming after this guy.
Yes, I am.
Okay, so you have problem with the video, or you want to talk with the audio?
No, I will talk in the audio. If you guys don't see me, sorry for that, but I can't
okay.
talk.
Okay, Peter Nin, that's your chance, man. Welcome to Jeng Padang, and we want to give you a chance, and then followed by Brother Manuding. Okay, you mute yourself. Yeah, unmute yourself.
Yeah, and should I mute?
Okay, yeah. Now it's okay. Yeah, maybe I muted here. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right. First of all, I want to thank you, Jiang Padang, host, Brother Matektex, Brother Billy Lux, Brother Coach, and the audience of Jiang Padang. Let me summarize things. بعربي البسيط. Let me go back to what Brother Coach said earlier about General Garwidwell. طبعا General Garwidwell زول عمل واجب كويس في SPLA. He was the deputy commander. رتبة حاول بتوم كان من ما خرج في ميدان, he was captain. Back in شهر 11 of 1984. Was deputy of the near battalion commander. زول كان بمشي بارغزال بمشي بيجيب مصيد يا كان قاعد امشي هنا. طبعا داك بمشي بجيب ناس في اتجاه بتاع رمبيك ماشي بثارة تقلين وجاد ديدا. عمل اعمال كويس في زمن الكونة في اركا زمن داك. بالنسبة للحاجة اللي كان اصل في وارد الزين. قرويدول كان في عقوبة. كان فات في عمليات بتاع بودا ما دخل فوق. في شات ناس بقول قرويج فات ناك ما فات. رياك كان رسل واحد اسمه ستيفن يعني كان بفات بمامورية. قرويج ما دخل بمامورية ده. ممكن يعصبوه عشان هم قاعد في تجاه كان قاعد في وريان يدقدم. This is what I can correct. He was not in that mess of war. Yes. This one الأول. To touch الكلام اللي brother أكوي قالوا قال لي Ruweng came and spoke first before Simon Garwidwell. I see it is not a big problem. I don't see anything wrong. The chairperson can delegate his deputy to go and speak on behalf of the movement. And ممكن يعني it doesn't matter who كلام أولا whether Johnson Ruweng or General Mabur or Chairman Garwich and Tell, I don't see it as a problem. طبعا بالنسبة لكلام اللوم with you play earlier, I'm not going to comment on that. Yeah, and we analyzed it last week. The speech between Ruweng and the speech between Garwich. I don't see any problem at all. أنا بكلم postpone of meeting based في كلام أنا كنت سميته قبال General Garwich يتكلم. أنا سميته postponing a meeting was postponed عشان ما فيه خروج. طبعا في support بتاع General Garwich are organized themselves. في ممكن يكون فيه fundraising soon لسه ما في حاجة دوام الليل. I think that's one of the reasons why he decided to postpone the meeting. They are married بتاعي as they give من نسبة postponing of meeting. One of the reasons I'm here to speak tonight, it has nothing to do with the text. I just want to pass the message to our South Sudanese community through Padang Media, and also I will go to Lagos State Media as well as Guidable show, particular to those who live in the United States.
If you live in the United States, Mama Rebecca, she's going to be visiting Nebraska. She's going to be in Nebraska on the 1st of October, and she will have a meeting with all South Sudanese community on October 2nd. We invited all South Sudanese community that live in the United States, whether if you live in Canada and you can come, we would love to also have you come and attend the meeting. This is, it has nothing to party. This is not something organized by the SPLM party. Mama Rebecca, she's our mother. She's representing all entire South Sudanese. So I'd like to pass this message to all South Sudanese that live in the United States. Masan lo nasal garin fi Midwest. Inshallah ta gat musaba bi masan. Lo data jina ta gabal Mama Rebecca. وبكون في نبراسكا يوم 2 شهر 10. لو بجي يوم 1 شهر 10 وبيعملوا اجتماع مع جنوبين كلهم يوم 2 شهر 10. So I like to pass that message. That's the only thing that I want to pass through Padang social media. We will go also to different social media to pass that information. Go back to the point that Simon Garwidwal. Piajana Maksud Beo, all of you know my political stand. I see there is no need for us as South Sudanese to kill each other. I'm very happy to hear from General Gatwech that he's talking directly with the government and they're going to have deal. Gatwech's position is very clear. He has not changed his position. He does not want to take Kirmayadi's position. He wants security arrangement to be implemented. That is a guarantee of peace. And I've said it, if President Kiir is serious, let him implement security arrangement, then General Gatwech and the rest of the SPLMIO will be in Juba. Riek Machar has lost direction. Riek Machar has misled the people of South Sudan for a number of years. It's a time for Riek Dagdong to go. Let us open the new chapter and a new beginning. All the problems that we have, divisions, and particular division that we have in Afanal was created by Riek Machar himself. These things back in 1991. So I think people of South Sudan will be united when Riek is not in politics. I'm so happy that the government is talking directly to two gentlemen, General Simon Garwidwal and General Johnson Woloy. Let me tell a bit when you talk about the issue of Fadang with Woloy. Yes, you guys have played the text and the speech of Johnson Woloy when he was received by then Brigadier General, I forgot his name.
Malak
Ayun will interview him. So you had played that video and everybody heard. The way that I see in anything related to the land, it is dealt through court. I don't see any reason the case of the land issue would take people to war. If Brother Matektek decided to take my land, I would go to court and sue him. And take, the guy will give me my land. And what we need is a responsible government that would thrive justice department. We will have the independent justice where if somebody land or somebody property is damaged, then you will go to court and file charges and pursue your thing. So this issue, and I've said it, will be resolved peacefully. So that's the only thing that I can add to this discussion. I'm so happy that General Gatwech and also General Woloy has agreed that they will use peaceful means. Government of South Sudan want peace. Based on what I know, one of the reasons why security arrangement was not implemented, it was nobody told Riek. Have you heard President Kiir say it many times? Because if you're going to bring these huge forces under the command of Riek, You don't even know what he's going to start tomorrow. He may try to arrest Kir and put himself there because the guy doesn't even care about the consequences of his action. So if you allow 10,000 under his command to go to the army, he might want to take over tomorrow. That's why security arrangement failed. Now, with the leadership of Simon Garwidwell, you will see the full implementation of security arrangement. And South Sudan will be peaceful and we'll all be happy next year. So that's the only thing that I can add.
Okay, before I move to Brother Manut, Peter Billy, what do you think, or what do Johnson will mean that there is no fighting in Arada, but I should look? Would they are to Arada there a few fighting?
Well, based on, sometimes you can take the word as it is, translate it, and it depends on individual interpretation. The way that I interpret, to me, Wolong has been, convinced by Uncle Simon Garwidwell, whom they have a very good relation based on the information that I had, convinced him to give up not fighting about land, and told him the issue and the disputes that the Shola and Fadang Jiang has will be dealt in a legal manner. And General Wolong has accepted. That's why he came to conclusion that people will not fight again in Shola land. So his declare, it's simple to him, is a declaration of peace, that he does not want to fight with anybody again. He's committed to peace. And if security arrangement is implemented as he had said, he and General Garwidwell will go to Juba and be a part of the government of South Sudan. That is what General Johnson will mean.
Thank you very much, Brother Manuding. I think you already clear with the message. I mean, with the topic we're talking tonight, and then we give you a
Daniel,
chance. Really look, okay.
Yes, before you proceed to give the opportunity to James Ding, I would like to seek clarification from Peter Blue. Peter Blue, based on the interview of Garwidwell and Jorol Wolong, don't you see any contradiction there? Are you saying that everything is okay? That you don't notice any
differences?
Yeah.
Now,
that's what I just want to confirm before we proceed. Thank you.
I have a very important telephone call from Africa. Let me answer while you guys are
talking. Anyway, go ahead. Go ahead. I know. Peter doesn't want to.
Brother Manuding. Yeah, let us give a chance to Brother Manuding, and then we'll come back to him later on. No problem. We will let him come back.
Right. I don't think he's in the mood to answer it. I know.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay, go ahead. Yeah,
go ahead, Manu.
Okay now.
Welcome.
Okay, thank you, Jiang Padang. I'm really appreciate Matek. I didn't see your name, so but Billy, look, thank you, and everybody there watching me. Actually, the point or the topic is very clear to me. Either Jonathan Wolong and Garwidwell. Actually, I am going to talk about two things. Garwidwell actually is not telling the truth. As I am somebody who knows between choice. When somebody give you the choice, you have to choose between the answers. You have to see which one is the answer and which one is wrong. Actually, if I give them the answers, Jonathan Wolong he score more, and General Garwidwell he score less. Because when you talk about there is no problem, where did you get that? There is no problem. That would mean there is a point there. And I have to thank the radio, Tamasic, is trying to dig deeply what is going on there. But he tried to deny, but it looked like to us there is something going on down there. Because the answer they are not matching. Actually, General Wolong have different answers, and he have a different answer. But to be honest, there is something going on there. And I don't know, they are thinking to go back to the government or they just trying to pull people around as they say. I don't know. But my point actually, there is something I want to dispute before I go ahead. I need to dispute something. My brother, a coach, if he's still listening to me, he was talking about Jonathan Willing will not rule for them. I don't want that, but I know our core. Why you say that? I understand that, but I don't want you that because we are in the time of peace. Let us put the word the peace. We are in the peace. We don't need to say that. If General Willing, he become a general in South Sudan, in the South Sudan army, in a Junub army, which means he's still ruling for them too. So we don't want to say that in this time now. Though I have to dispute that. I don't know how you apply for that, but I have to dispute it because I don't want you to say that in this moment now. If he become a general, if he go back right now, he forget whatever he want to do. Like now, I was surprised when he make the interview. It looked like the man is realized there is something going on, and he don't want to go in that cause. He tried to change his policy. So if he go back there, so who cares? So if he become a general in Junub, so he's ruling everybody. He will be a general for everybody. So I have to dispute that and then just let that one go. Never mind. We don't want that. I don't. I get you why you say that, but I want you to let it go. So to me, actually, to make my point very short, nobody will say why these people talk that way. Like Karwidwal, actually, they say, even willing they admitted that they don't need young Masha. Like what happened to them, actually, it was like, it's a coup. I cannot, this is my opinion, actually. If they get Riek Machar, they will kill him. That is the point. So they admitted, actually, they don't need this person. But what prevent them? If they want to go back or they want to make a negotiation, they have to go back like, let me say, the other general before, like Kong Shual. When he decide this, what young Machar doing is not right, and there is something I don't like, he go back to the government and he's still a general. He's a general today. He's still a general. Nobody says that you are not a general. Why not prevent you to doing the same thing? As you say that you're not thinking for a position for Salva Kiir. Karwidwal is not thinking. General Willing is not thinking. What prevent you to go back there and achieve your goal? You stay there as a general. What prevent you? If you don't want, like as you admit, I agree with you. As you admit, we don't need anybody. As Willing say, I don't want my kid to die. Why you want another Junubin to die? Go back like General Chual. You go back there. Did anybody talk about General Chual Kong now? Nobody. And the man is living the good life. What prevent you to go back there and leave people as you admit that Malone and what the name? What the other guy? Thomas Cirillo. They are thinking for the position of Salva Kiir. Leave them there.
And Stephen Rolling. Yeah.
Right?
Stephen Boy Rolling.
Yeah, Stephen Boy. Then leave this guy behind and then go back there and use your claim. You are a general in the army and there is something you need. Go back there like the other general who go back there and they are a general right now. Nobody, even there is no single one take out to be not a general. If you recognize actually you are a general, go back there. Go back. You will still gotta be a general. Even if you need a bodyguard, you will have whatever you want to have. You will still be guarded by general. By whoever person there, they is still gonna be your bodyguard. Nobody will say that. So actually, I cannot go beyond that. But all these come in McGuinness or whatever they call Kit Guang. There is the reason who postponed the conference. There was yes, I can say yes. There is a downfall of financial, but that's not the point. They have a disagreement. Because Jonathan Uling don't want Malong there because as he admit, according to my understanding, he said that if Malong come here, there will be a fighting. There will people be attacking our post. Why Malong is here? So if Malong want it, you have to go to Barkadat. There is a point there. Guys, we have to refer to Panyagor, what was happened in 1992, in 1992, mid of 1992. When Carbino Kwanyo was in Panyagor, he forced people to go there. People were not going because of anybody there. People go because why Carbino Kwanyo was there. That's the reason was people going. So the guy admitted that the reason he don't agree with this, Malong, it happened to be in Quidwa, there will be a fighting in Chugland. There will. So the man
Manud, and to reinforce your point,
yeah.
Garwidwal said it very clearly that he want these three generals to join them in Magenis. And that's why he's actually making financial excuses as a barrier or obstacle to their coming. That's not true. Johnson Ulon is against the coming of these three or invitation of these three generals.
That is true.
That is where the difference is there. But I don't know why the members of the SPLMIO came from again are denying it. This is a very clear fact. Thank you very much.
The point is very clear. They again these people, if they come, there will be something going wrong. So they want that, or maybe they will go and claim a position like Garwey Dual. They claim he's the leader and Olon is the deputy. And if these people die, the people who claim the position of presidency. So do you think who care? They will go and say, well, how do you guys become the leader that we are here? So there is a difference right there. So you guys have to make my point short. So we have to know what we are talking about. These people, there is a difference there, and I believe there is a conflict. There is a conflict of interest. We cannot say that there is a real conflict, but there is a conflict of interest. There is somebody who don't want to do this. There is somebody who want to, like Oloy, they make his position clear. He don't want fighting to go to Chulukland because he know what is going on. But I thought the man was ready to fight. But he realized there is something wrong with that. I have to appreciate that. But what prevent them actually? If he listen, because he knows, he say that there is people who are white. I believe he hear what we saying. What prevent you? Go back there, you're still going to be a general. Nobody will strip away your to be a general. You fought for this country too. Nobody will. Go back there and claim your position. You will be well off. I don't understand that. Are you guys? Thank you for giving me opportunity, and then let other people talk.
And another point also, Gable Anabadule brother either. Another point, ya Manud Garwidwal Ogalino whom you dumpi Kuma, but Junuba Sudan, I mean PSPLA. Nina Gadin that's Mawino Jamadil, they about to change Riek Machar from the IO position. So Anamarov, there are too many things there. Garwidwal say whom yiji zola lu interview gali to atiji te kuno SPLA wala te kuno el god gambe za dogal nena badina na kuno pia kuma yani uma ba kuno ayo again no japi pede tepakia.
Okay, thank you brother for clarify that. That's the reason I would say what you for burn you like. If Garwido will go back as the RCLM, which means it's not RTLO-IO. Riek Machar is RTLO-IO. But he claimed he no one to take Riek Machar away. You have to go back there as RTLO-IO, as President Salva Kiir put it. I don't want to involve in a leadership of IO. I don't know what I know so far. This is the word of President of South Sudan. What I know so far, Dr. Riek is the first vice president. But if there is something going on, I don't receive the information yet. So General Garwe do I need to clarify himself actually where he belong to. Then that question will be answered.
Manut, they are going to Juba. They are going to join the government of South Sudan as SPLA-IO, and what they are saying is that they will not recognize Dr. Riek Machar as the first vice president, and their intention is to go and pressure the government of South Sudan so that they can actually relieve the first vice president, Dr. Riek Machar, from his position, and then either one of them have to replace him. Either it could be, possibly it could be General Garwidwal. But to us, as South Sudanese, shouldn't we be concerned as well if Garwidwal is actually coming to replace Dr. Riek Machar as the plan?
Okay.
That is listen, this is going to cause another political wrangling or another chaos, and then their intention is ill-intended, according to my analytical analysis or projection of what might happen strategically, is because they might want to come in and then they want to, create another political upheaval, so that this is going to cause another chaos within, and then, they might want to fight inside. So I don't think this is a good idea as well for this rebel to come in and demand that. Vice President has to be removed. And then this is going to create another tension and bring a headache to the government of South Sudan. So we should also continue to analyze that too. We should be concerned.
But I don't think the tone will be changed. Billy, the tone will be changed if you are in the government and you try to demand that this person, I don't want him.
But you know the mindset of His Excellency Salva Kiir Mayari, he might actually compromise.
Well, if you compromise, there is a criteria that you have to follow. You cannot nominate somebody.
And I don't think the group of Dr. Riek Machar will accept that. It will create a very big tension. So Dr. Riek Machar, in my understanding, according to the peace protocol, he's a legitimate peace partner. He's a legitimate signatory to the revitalized peace agreement, and therefore he deserves to keep and maintain his position. But if there is another political upheaval that is going to be created by this group that are coming in, it will be a big headache to the government, and this might actually derail the whole peace agreement. So the government of South Sudan ought to be very careful not to make such kind of immature approach. Thank you.
No, guys, we don't need to go in that court, but I believe if the all rebel, they go in, and if a matter of that, they were demanding that they don't want Riek Machar, I believe that question will not be answered by the RTLM itself. It will be answered by RTLM IO. So why you demand this? And I think the tone will be changed. Let me go back. The tone will be changed. Why the tone will be changed will not be like now. Because everybody is a leader in his own place.
Another thing,
I don't think
Manut, you're right. Another thing we want to look at and analyze is that what happened all of a sudden that this group decided to join the government of South Sudan after a fierce fighting between the group of Dr. Riek Machar and McGinn's group. Is it because they might have run out of ammunition? Is it because they run out of food? Because the route of the food supply and the route of supplying them with ammunition is actually running out. And this is what it seemed to be driving Gerald Johnson because he's nervous. And this could be a political maneuvering. But in reality, they might not be serious. So people need to be very careful because they could be buying time and they could be trying to, bog down the government so that they might think this group are actually genuine.
Not to write
for joining the government of South Sudan.
We don't need to write to the judgment, but like what we're saying or what they're saying, nobody knows the truth. But
I understand that, but we are just saying this. This is how you analyze things analytically.
I don't think these two generals, if they want to go back, the way is clear. If they want to come back, they have to come back. If they have their political agenda, they have to say it, and then nobody will block them.
I understand that, Manut, but we have to judge the mindset of this group. You remember what happened in 2015 when Gerald Ruweng actually manipulated Malong Awan to give him all the military artillery, give him all the ammunition, and then give him all the forces, all the powers, for Sector 1 in an attempt to launch a military offensive against the rebel. Unfortunately, what happened eventually? He himself declared rebellion and fight the forces of Malong Awan. That is how he almost captured the entire Afana.
Well, but I think the Iberbo learned through mistake, though.
That's what we are saying. So that's what I'm saying here. Because of the recent fighting with a group of Dr. Riek Machar, they might have run out of ammunition.
Even if today I come today and I proclaim that, yes, I am the person, I don't think that nobody will put me to be the head there because we learn through mistake. You have to learn through mistake, though. The government of South Sudan have to take that. They have to take that.
Thank you very much, Manut. Yeah, we can go to Isaac and let's hear from Isaac, and then we will actually go in cycle. Okay. Welcome, Comrade Isaac Coin. I know you always have an independent position when it comes to something to do with the government of South Sudan and that of the IO. I know you are always neutral because you are a strong supporter of the Red Card movement or the recent People Coalition call for action, whatever that is. So I know your position is always independent. So welcome to Jing Fadang Media, and give us your analysis over the interview of Gerald Johnson Uloy and Gerald Garwidwal. What do you think? Do you think there is a rift between the two generals, or do you think the McGinnis camp remain solid and firm?
Well, I'm going to just say this. Thank you, Yamani. Thank you for your time, because every time we have our differences. We always everybody got his own brain. He got his own question. He's got his own right to say whatever he want to say. I said thank you to you guys. I thank you to my people listening. First of all, let me like you say, analyze things. Let me take it back a little bit. This has not happened just one day. Thing happened before. Okay. Nobody forgot about 2013 yet. Okay. 2013, that's what brought us to this level right now we are in. Okay. That's one. Two, Jamana, Garwidwal, Jamana, this guy is, I call him uncle basically. He's getting too old for this politic thing. He have a military, like you said. He have people behind him. He got his own mission in his head, because he don't want to just leave this place and his people dying, whatever. Garwidwal, he's thinking a different way, the way I see it. Garwidwal is thinking different way. But for me, because all of us will heard this video a couple of days now, we know what's wrong, what's right about it. We don't have to keep repeating the same thing over and over. Garwidwal, my people, if I'm the government, I'm not gonna turn him down, because he was there in 2013. He's getting old. Okay. If they have enough funds for all of them, because Kiir right now, he cannot even pay his own soldiers. So we gotta look at it as a finance. The whole country is in a shake. Okay. If I was the president, Kiir, I'll make sure Garwidwal, he got retirement money first of all. Okay. This man is not to bring him to the power. This man, he need to relax. Give him a home, invent whatever, build him, let him stay home. All right. The soldiers, that's the one that you need to worry about funding them.
Definitely giving him a retirement package.
Yeah, he need that. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. This is the reality. This is what we're going through right now.
He's not interested in retirement package. He just wanna continue fighting for his people until he die in the front line.
Yeah, this is the time for him. They're supposed to just look at it. Whatever he did, let him deal with God. This is God. He's gonna answer him later. So this is my advice. Oling, I'll be honest with you guys, Oling, I don't know a lot about Oling. I just started knowing about him a couple of years ago. It's not too long, since 2013, whatever. So, Willing, we already heard your message to us. We already see what's going on between you. If I was you too, Garwidwal, enough is enough. Enough is enough. He's an OG too. He's old. Enough is enough. Give your military to the people. It's not about you anymore. It's about the people. It's time to figure out a way to help this military. Okay. When he just said I don't have no funds, that's not a lie, my people. They're not getting paid. Mafia Elijah did. Mafia, the whole wide world, they don't even sell them no guns right now as I'm talking to you. Okay. Plus the majority of Shuluk and Nuer, they don't want to fight. We're tired of fighting. Okay, so that's more in his plate. This is hurt. We don't need it anymore. So it's time, my people. It's time for him to say, "Hey, this is the time, my people. I cannot do this anymore. Okay, you guys can do it. All right. For that, I'll tell Salva Kiir, to be honestly, Salva Kiir need to sit down and figure out a way to pay the soldiers and training. Okay. Uh, figure your ways, because we cannot keep telling you everything every day. Figure your ways, Mr. President, because now we got more soldiers and they're all young soldiers. Okay. So you need to crew them, bring them in the middle, whatever you have in your pocket, help them. All right. Move this thing forward if this is what you want us to wait for. Okay. All right. Okay, this is one thing I gotta let go now, but I'm gonna speak about one thing that nobody spoke about it yet. Mama Nyandeng, what Mama Nyandeng doing in the United States?
Mama Nyanding di taban na talfa di na deriak ma cari indom problem ini ma batla barai na so Mama Nyanding, she the one who is free to go, so they out there who jain cani je amal negotiate with the behalf of the country.
What is agenda? What her agenda?
Okay, let me answer this very briefly. Comrade Coin, Her Excellency Vice President Rebecca Nyandeng is delegated by the government of South Sudan, which is now referred to as the Government of National Unity of South Sudan, which is now implementing the revitalized peace agreement to come and represent South Sudan as a nation in the United Nations General Assembly. So he's here on behalf of the President of South Sudan to represent the position of South Sudan in the United Nations General Assembly. I think that is a very clear position. This is a unity government of South Sudan, and it is going to be represented by Her Excellency Rebecca Nyandeng. So she's here on behalf of all of us, whether you are opposition or whether you are pro-government, it doesn't matter, including the People Coalition for Civil Action. They are also being represented there. You know, our mother, Nyandeng Garamwabiu, is a political opposition within, but given the fact that they are working as one government, implementing the revitalized peace agreement, this is very important. So we respect her, as the message was actually passed earlier by Peter Blue. This is a very important message, and we do appreciate your information to all South Sudanese who are here residing in the United States. You are collectively invited to come and welcome and share with Her Excellency by President Rebecca Nyandeng Garang. He's coming to United States, particularly in the US.
It's already been here. It's already been here in New York.
I gotta tell you guys something, okay?
Yeah. Thank you. So I think we shouldn't be asking that kind of question.
No.
Tell us about the PPCA.
I was gonna honestly, I was why I brought that out, because I already finished with Gatwech, and if you guys listen what I just said a couple of minutes ago, this is something that the youth need, all of them, to bring those soldiers together, because the soldiers need help. This is my point. That's the point why I say the soldiers, we need to bring them together, and what the oldest they gotta do. I did that for reason, because this is when we're gonna bring our security in the country. When we have all these soldiers together, now we have to train them to be better security in our country. But the oldest, they need to let that go. That's 2 points that why I made that. But when I say why, what's her name? Rebecca Nyandeng, Mama Rebecca Nyandeng. Okay, a better way to put it. Okay, my respect to her. You know why I asked that question? Because we're not seeing anything going on already in our country. Okay, the only thing I know back in the days, I don't know now, but I know back in the days when the government come to United States, okay, they're coming here to take some money. Let me just be honest. I'm not gonna be professional with it. I'm gonna just be open with it because I've been speaking for a while. So if she need our help or she need our community to come together and find solution for the peace, whatever, hey, the only peace we can have right now for them to must answer to exit the way, because our people, they're tired today by itself. I see in the camps, people tired of this. My people, we're tired of this. So if she's coming here to bring peace, to bring all the community together, because I'm in Omaha, as I'm talking to you right now, I'm speaking to you right now. On the second is not too far from here. I can go meet with her. But I'm putting that out there just because we are the youth. We are tired of this back and forth thing.
Get ready to meet her.
Okay, either Taban beto is good for you. Lano, you complaining about the refugee you talking about. So this is good for you. And what you need to know now, you get your notebook and start now writing all these questions you have it, because that is the time everybody is gonna go and ask for it, because Nebraska is not too far from you. Depend on the city where it's going. You in Homa. Nebraska. Everybody should go there and ask, and she might carrying a lot of questions with her there too. So you guys need to bring your own media there, so you can remember this and you can always listening and listening again and again and again. But Mama Rebecca Nyandeng might take a lot of questions. So that is a good time now, because there is no anybody came unless John Garang long time ago when he came here. That the last time ever South Sudanese they went there to meet him. So this is a good chance for all of us to see somebody from South Sudan. Then we cry in the Facebook. We need a physical person, not on the phone or on whatever. So that is a good opportunity. Yeah. Even me, I'm like maybe like 2 hours by airplane to go there, but this is too far. But I must see, maybe I come down there and I will meet with her too. So we all on the media all the time too, you know.
Thank you, Daniel. Daniel, we are running out of time.
Let me ask Peter. Let me ask Peter a question before we
let's not talk about that too much.
Let me ask one.
Make another topic.
Hey, Peter. Peter. Garamar Malesh, man. I'm sorry. Do we have any do you have to do anything as a youth to come and speak to Mama Yandeng on second? Do we have any right?
You can call me. I already sent you you can call me and I will give you more detail.
I see you working fast, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I need from you?
Peter Belew is one of the organizers.
What I need from you, you're from South Dakota. Pass message to all our people in South Dakota.
I'm in Omaha, my brother. I'm in Omaha right now, bro. As I'm talking to you, I'm in Omaha.
Oh, you moved to Omaha?
Yeah, I moved to almost a year now.
Okay, just all right.
Welcome to Omaha, Isaac.
So we'll talk then, Isaac.
All right, man. All right, thank you, Jaman. Thank you, my people.
We're going to discuss a lot in detail.
All right, we're going to do that. Thank you, my people.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you, comrade.
Okay.
Let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up.
Our time is leaving, and I have no enough time too. So, Billy, look, you can take this opportunity, and then let us give each other, and then we will be done by this.
Ayin bany manudeng mawin. Ikede banya.
Achin karaj na Paul.
Yeah, achin karaj wala. I had a long distance call overseas, so I stepped aside. Ayin jeng dan no, ayin jeng bargadal or ayin jeng arane.
Jeng bargadal. I'm a new. I can't know.
There's no Manute.
Jago do what thing no.
Okay, and you more the pay binder.
I can go. Jago ade if you are nil ma kira ancha Manuri and there are in Kendar could welcome Manur while you chire bargada.
Erin Manut, Erin between added.
Bargadal man, Bargadal Chagaban Lakina.
It's only what up and a will.
Yeah.
Don't include legislate because legislate don't give such a name. We know.
All right, guys. I need to go now.
Yeah, it's time to go. It's time to go.
Yeah, it is gonna be a time to go. So, you guys, Peter and Biluluk and
make a closing remark, each one of you.
Yeah. Now we was about analyze this general because we like them to come in because we don't have no war again. Like they fought now. I think they still gonna have a problem with Yenya Dagdong, like we know it. But we need to preach this thing to make sure they come in and they sort of like they say they don't have a war with Riek Machar, whether he's there or whatever. They don't have no alaga ma Riek Machar. Kulukul. Lana de Simon Garway they say, but nobody even wanna support that one because Lord Nina Jaile Salam. Yeah, we need to hold each other. So we know I kadis ma far there in a could be bit why lakin I is always in the problem with one another. Okay. So Nina ma there in got the far wal kadis, but now in uyuna kida but lakin ma fighting. Okay, they out there Nina kan there lakin Johnson will learn them. We know him a lot. Who min kan iji tol they who jai magar we dwal we kalagar we dwal ayat latani. So nobody know. O arada bitaw de they are arada kan they out the miskala bitaw lakin lo uja fi Junuba Sudan is okay. I cool leader bitanas kulu is okay. Lano nina ma derin mashakal. So they out there kuna deri namul analyze ma maruf zara nalga tana badin radio tamada yamul interview le those bitanas malongdel lana wuma amule invited wo tana rejected. What do they think kan jaizina ijele le invitation de wala kan zado ignore this invitation ma maruf zara nalgo badin na salum zado hil invitation de waso lekum wo into kan gutu chuno wo into kan gablanin wo into chupte jamadil يعني قاعدين هناك لان ناس مالون ديل وناس باغان وديل هو قالوا الناس ما عنده تروب طبعا هو ما عندهم اكتيفيتيز الات لكن قرويدو المعزول يعني عندهم تروب يعني هو اكتيفيتي بتاعهم يا هو وصل هسه في درجه بتاع سلام فانا ممكن نجيب هناك وبيلولوك نديك لك ووايد انا ممكن بيتر بليو يجي وراك ولا تديو لبيتر وبعد منود انا ما اعرف انا ما ادري انا كلام كثير انا بسكت كده وانا بديو لبيلولوك
Really?
I give it to Peter Blue. Peter Blue, you can make your closing remark.
Yeah.
In case you want to say something.
Yeah. First of all, I want to thank you again. We run out of time. So, let me restate what I had said earlier. To all of you as South Sudanese, the way that I look Mama Rebecca, I look her differently than the rest of our politicians. A woman that had devoted herself and has decided she does not want to be in the mess that led to the fight. Or stand on the issue and some of the things that divided us, led somebody like me to support her and to come and respond, welcome her to Omar would be great. I encourage all of you, to those of you that are listening, if you believe in John Garang Mabio, the vision that brought us South Sudan, it is time for you to show up on the 2nd of October this year, 2021. Mama Rebecca, she's representing our late leader, John Garang, the entire Mabir family. Regardless, you are not a supporter of the government. She's not, even though she's representing South Sudan government, she's staying as the mother of nation. I encourage all of you to come and attend and welcome her to Omar. That's the first thing. The issue of two generals. I think two generals are in the same page. I may have a different understanding of how, in a term of who they should involve to be a part of their meeting and who's not. As I said earlier, postponing a meeting has nothing to do with the people whom they invited. It has something to do with the lack of resources. That's what made them postpone their meeting. In my remark to all my fellow South Sudanese, I look at our community as a diaspora, But God brought us to Western world for a reason, where we educate ourselves, we would be able to look things differently. Let us see ourselves as South Sudanese, but not based on our tribal line. Unity is the only way that would move South Sudan forward. You can see even the United States, we had a war, American fought civil war, and they decide to embrace the unity and they move on. And they build United States of America. That's why we are here. There is no country where people didn't fight. It happened to Rwanda. People of Rwanda have moved on. I appeal to all of you as South Sudanese, whether you have glitches, you have problem with individuals, some of our politicians. Let's move on. Let's embrace peace. Let's support peace. Peace is the only way where we can remove Riek and Salva Kiir peacefully through election. Let us focus on our unity. If we come together, we can change South Sudan and we can bring a lasting peace to the people of South Sudan. That's the only thing that I can add. And thank to Padang Media. Good night.
Thank you, Peter. Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, thank you very much, Peter Bellew, for your wonderful closing remark. Manut, you can jump in real quick, and then I will be the one to conclude everything.
Okay,
That's your remarks.
Thank you, guys, and thank you to Jiang Padang for hosting us tonight. To me, actually, I have two remarks now to close it. One, I think nobody will gonna like it, but this is my own opinion.
You are free. Say whatever you want.
Two generals, they are the same. They are all general, and they are all Genovian. Second, I feel like Dr. Riek Machar, his political career is done. That's my own opinion. If you don't like it, go to my page. Why I say that? This man have been killing people for so long, and nobody recognized. But I appreciate somebody who recognized. Actually, this guy have been misleading other people, like his own tribe, for his own. How many people remember? How many times you have been a vice president? If somebody can tell me. I want to leave you tonight. Go and think about it. How many times this guy have been fought for the same position? And you don't give the explanation why he have been having all these differences. Nobody say that. I feel like his political career is done. We don't want to put him anywhere. We don't want to say, oh, go, he's a Genovi. But the man is done. The problem, the general Garwidwal did it in the wrong time. That is what I think. He did it in the wrong time, but if he did it a long time ago, the man will succeed. But he did it in the wrong time. That is the point. So I have to close that. It's good. Dr. Riek is there, but his political career is done, guys. You have to think twice. It's done. All right, thank you, guys.
Manut, are you in Australia?
I am in America. I am in Omaha too.
For whatever reason, I thought United States came Australia. Might be different. Manut Ding Mawin.
Yeah, these are our people too.
No, they are so many Manut.
These are my people too.
You can hear now getting confused.
Yeah, these are my people too.
Well, I didn't come Manut yeah.
We are the same family though. If you go there and then they are the same family. Never mind about that. Yeah.
Mostly twin Mayarit.
Yeah, never mind about that.
Such kind of names, very popular. So thank you very much. Thank you very much, Comrade Manut and Comrade Bellew and Daniel Matektek. Is there anything you would like to add?
No, not really. No, time is extended. We will have another show if we get something that we will talk, but let us focus on this only, and then after this, I don't have anything to say.
Yeah, okay, anyway, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Billy Luke. I would like to summarize the whole program as to why we bring it to your attention is to come and analyze the interview of Gerald Garwidwal from Radio Tamazuch compared to that of Gerald Johnson Ruweng. that was played some few days ago. And so we just came here to compare the two interviews. So we came to realize that there is a contradiction going on in McGuinness camp, and then this raised the question of whether McGuinness faction is actually coming under a political turmoil, or there is a disintegration going on. It is something that is yet to be seen practically, but given the interview of these two generals, we can actually perceive there is something going on. Something fishy is going on. And that is up to the general public to judge it in their own way. But we all understand the political language. These two generals are actually talking politically, so they don't want to admit everything. But we caught them in these two interviews. That Gerald Johnson Ulun is actually contradicting Gerald Garwidwal. Gerald Garwidwal is contradicting Gerald Ulun. So there is something going on, but it is yet to be seen until further note. At this point, I don't think we have any hidden agenda, but we just come live as the media people. We just want to give you a blunt facts or truths that we have seen or read in the media. So this is what we brought to your attention. So there's nothing attached to this show other than analyzing things as they came, and that is what we present to you tonight. So it is up to you to go and judge the interview, but anyone who is politically informed can actually attest to what we have just brought to your attention today, that the two generals have differences. And these differences arise following the series of military attacks on their camp. So this raises the question of whether McGuinness faction is actually running out of food supplies, they're running out of ammunition. So they could be moving militarily, they could be maneuvering militarily or politically to try to push an alliance or join the government, all of the sudden, because it was a few days ago that they were actually speaking very strongly that they don't want to be part of this peace agreement, and that they would want to launch military offensive. Now, what happened all of a sudden? This is up to you to go and judge it yourself. So good luck, ladies and gentlemen. But still, we are going to have more follow-up with this two general or camp against. So I think this brought us to the end of the program. There's no string attached to this. So you go make your own judgment, whether you are a member of the McGuinness camp or whether you have a sympathy with them. We are being truthful here. So we are being fair and we are being impartial in the way we have analyzed this. This is, we know, we judge them by their own word. And there's no string attached to this. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I think we should end it there. And I would like to close it by playing a song here because I didn't finish playing it earlier. Ma tek tek gin tawale ci jar. Ayen wo koy kwon ga jieng dai ka yok jam de gar widwal ko jala jam de wulun ke ga ci waaj e ci ga lotok. To kana ye nyuo de ke ci waaj pan McGuinness. Te dere ke tin ke ga ci ga rot pin. Ke ci gwe jo deri e wada de ke den ko bi ke koy dom bi koy mong nim pin. Te ci ke chen den or ke meken deo ken TikTok. Ka cham ken ko pande ne TikTok because kuire che kat jenni rek me cha wonne gode a che kuire tiok tutui lang ne chumal Sudan ku lang ne junu Sudan ta ne tiok a chin won be ka cham ken ga benti a chin won bi wot ken ke den bi ke be benti to wa tong tong wan chi ke loy wan tiok a chi meken chi almost big TikTok. So what they have to do ke big day charaki e hukumo bi rolo e ka won wuje do tualo ku jo ti do de ne ke chol kene e do yi wole ke le mu ko nyim pin ku de ka won bi ko be chwe ku bi machaka loy ke jam na big ben hukumai ran kiriye ka ci wuje position ni to e kan ya bi ran kiriye big ben che we che ben jubo e kan ka mana ba ko yek ni chila ko we junubin wala bi do la bi yo e kan wi bi ko nyin ko to wa jam da a ci ko die bu ngor ko jam ko bu ngor ko lo analysis ko ko lo ye ke chanen bu kya buga yiga idea ku bugu kuma da na Sudan wani na hukuma wanda the national unity buke dial jamnim ka wani ku tim da biro lo so in ke pia the media kan ayen wo chuka le ko bu ko jiten ke le
maximum volume.
kamane ya wakika chol ba ben pand o ma Nebraska ko day 3 wal day 2 ko je lo ni det kam bugyo tin kalanda yi to kalanda je ba lo check ba den and then ko bu jobe buro jobe lek tek de ngale ba video de nyok lo yin ko we inform chan bag lo general assembly wonte en bira be ka nyandeng ben lo ga junubin yena boren go kumu dana junu Sudan ban whether you opposition or you pro government all of us are represented by Her Excellency Vice President Rebecca Nyandeng. So all of you are officially invited, as was conveyed by one of the organizers, PW, made it very clear that all of you are invited as South Sudanese across the heartland or Midwest of the United States to come to Omaha, Nebraska, to come and share your grievances or whatever concern you may have, to come and share with Her Excellency Vice President Rebecca Nyandeng. So all of you should actually get prepared and be part of that assembly that is going to take place. I'll be there myself, so time will determine, because I'm not sure with my schedule, so I wouldn't guarantee. So I will be in contact with Peter Blue, and so he can give me the full detail. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I will finish the song, and then I will call it a night. By the way, I'm promoting this song. This is a song that was sent to me by the daughter of late hero, freedom fighter, Wilson Kurchol. This is a daughter. She's an artist, and she has a very great voice, and she sent me this song so I can come and promote it. So this is the reason why I keep playing this song, to promote it. And this message was actually being sent to me so that I can actually turn it to the community of Twin Mayadit in particular, because they are the one being featured in the song, or this song is actually dedicated to one of the known person in Twin Mayadit, and to Twin Mayadit in general. The song is actually featuring you. So you should be grateful to this daughter of the legend, late hero Wilson Kurchol. He was the deputy to late late Garbino Kwanyin Bol. He was one of those people who shot the bullet in Bo Town prior to the establishment of the SPLM revolutionary struggle. So this is her daughter. She's a living witness to the legacy of her father. And so sometimes when I listen to her song, I feel emotional. So she has a lot of songs, and every time I listen to her song, I feel emotional. What comes to my mind is the picture of her father. I have seen her father in person in 1992. So he's a great man. Some of you may not know him, but if he were alive today, some of you would be able to know who this person is. He was one of the confidant of late Garbino Kwanyin. They fought alongside each other. And when late Garbino Kwanyin was arrested in 1989 and jailed, in prison, he was in prison along with Garbino Kwanyin Bol, those of Orang Tonarok, and those of late Majir Guy, and the rest. I don't want to mention their names. So this is one of the prominent freedom fighter. He would have been among the high-ranking official of the SPLA. Unfortunately, he was being demoted for some reason that I don't want to talk about, and he's actually a son of Ruweng. So that's why you can see her daughter is actually, trying to promote the legacy of her father. So one day I will bring her live, so some of you will be able to see her. All right. Thank you, guys. Somebody. Yep, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I think I should stop there, or I should just finish the song, because some people keep interrupting me, and that's why I can't continue with the song fully. It's a song of only 6 minutes. So I yoga din gana chatwaj ke twin mayadit video la loy che we promote just message in with backping bas bangi jeno wache ga pio you did nyana Wilson kur wa pio ku yen message ya bagyo dom to ten ka twin mayadit I yoga di chatwaj ko jaret bagya la ping ten. So ako baga attention loy go bag din the backping ayera na diang mayom dit bagya la ping. Manur was here support that did below play cái tàu cũng bị phình. Manur cha nghĩ có đây là diang mà yom mà là section nâng tàu thế. Ai bác cái này dài. Elo le yena jela Ruweng ke ken twin mayadit dine tabaret. So we kai warap we ka pion ku yen ke wari kan. Alo le chilo ku mi pan de monya tuang kanen ke ranu na le na pion yidi yena ko jadi ke le chol bag wala chol ma yo pingen. Ai cho ring bộ lại cũng nhớ cái cho ring đuộc về ở tham tính alo lên nhà mà quay cả deal pa na diang mà yom yen ring ga yo cái ra na diang mà yom lele ni em ke ai ban kiyo makiyo unje moda din gonna a very wonderful song yan rolde allow it kuyin apia rol chi rolde nyan ni chol karang nyan tina ne ket kene de twin ma yari ni chol yes so din kene a which bag no madik ku which bag for mot ku at the same time yen un nyan tin kene ka ko wane mad garbino ret so on ka kinin ting chen twin ma yari chen en pion because they ngi no ke pan wan chi un chen ma garbino so she's still very strongly attached to Twitch Mayari community in the name of late Garbino Kwanyin Bol, Kujatan one talk wound. Fiarka Chabie, who any yan can get the Fiarka Chabie too. I thought wound one, get me Kaiwan in Benjala talking my dear guy within the same year. So Kaiwan might take it took due to political cultural law liabitan and around with the quite ruwing. It's a fourth bit of the eye command. The Daman one view come ben chakal. Ko that ke ko ka moital ga yitok ka gran chit Garbino kwani no. So ayen nyande e dia we ret ku dia de ke dia de very emotional ret. Wuna nge chatting go fi 92 pikide an chol kitipo Daman one chike loin ku jaka be do ko sigini. Ke ka ma ke to Garbino fi 1989. Fi Jabarat then jake ben transfer bike be Equatoria. So until jake nyin ben jalwan chike jo loin fi 94 ene jenyin ben jalata na liabi when ya liapta wan taw yi ma jergaay ku ja Garbino wan jelata kera len jibele rekiti so very emotional right so nyande en gena with back support wade din chen we pion ya nya banen del ko gop na lewrot kalo buk cholo ku ka yob di de chelo ko what dun we activist between mi yadit bag di na lay e chola lay ne gerin ge ale ya ku gen be chaksie ki gen konting ko ku kon yogo yen ba do ge jam yen through WhatsApp so enen en to diet ke so adin gena wan chen to jen chelo yen be jala lo for what to community de twin ma yadit maybe she could be she can meet fi diaspora ko chet of Facebook ati that's the reason why so ye never deal them ba connect ku ba bay ku ye ne che yege de nga balit ku je la dor bul ko woni lui live video nge ki twin ma yadit chan bi ke ne bi go arrange ken bu lo di din di chi twin ma yadit chen pion a chi bi chat pe ne yet la de ma dawo di bi twit bi ngi a ye ne ban ma kiyo en ke wade kan ko bi de ka bi twin ma yadit bi lo yeah, in challenge brother back quality in challenge brother. Hopefully maybe take the around twin me yadi there. In kai data dick, but then I can tell. I in challenge I in ke alun ke yen a chiro la chwa di or chagaman chak language the accent the chan accent they very strong. Jam few language the Ruweng ye gwela red so take the accent they very strong so take the chak la bad thing to. So ye nge ka taw ka ko dit abatwa we ku bagyo la ping lakini cha tuoje cha tuoj ko twin ma yadi lakini ko le ye chi ko chi ke lie bendit so na ran ku jen ke le bien gad messenger yi ben ye ge WhatsApp bala banen chi yeah, thank you very much Makiyo a good kana na lewro da dile cha legen gul yin na lewro ku ben media kin ben for the first time actually not only ben jam about it lakin ma the wound e twin ma yadi through ran chi Garbino wan ako ben lui be tarik so ako biro nyu de ye ke men ran manazil yan biro ben kwen bi ku bingi ko ngo yerek en family den ma the yun ga ran ci garbino e loro di ala bi ngi be tarik ye na changi but then I know all I know is that no ran ci de ne Wilton Kurchol ku jela ye ne garbino ga ke ye best friend kwa chi ka chi na malier ye ke liutin ke ka motal gai pi Bo Town ku jaki ka all the way bi ke la Ethiopia bu ku mo bela lo chakalo to ke ra le ne bo ke ban pi je Sudan gidim ran be di go war garbino ma wenam be u ye ne ran den kaman ne light skin so na tingi ne chi le ngi wada 10 junubi I have seen him personally so ran ne very quiet lekin ci go daj to wan ko ci ran jam gati so go to fi all Sudan ki military officer len e maru ja ku jireng de ko be dab wan to ko garbino to so yen ma de e garbino ka ko wan meje ke to ka dam ke garbino to because yen ngi ken ke ran very close ke garbino to nge ko wan meje yen ye ke to ko yima jergay yarong tonaro jela yen gurum ge gon dam ban fi 1989 dika ben match fi Jebel Rat then after one chi ko chobi Ethiopia ko luwa wolo bk ge Eastern Equatoria yen bagin chale jaret in ngor ke we warap ye chan warap ban ne ipion kutin mayari de kai ko warap so yen I think maybe yadeki alakat ko ke tin mayari I mean ko ke family de garbino fi Juba ena ja ku jikene baren ki kon jamu yen tu baren abatem jamu yen babble ya deal gade lakin ke communication no lo through media because yen ku jen gobrio yen bare wade nen tinga ne ran lui media yan so she's trying to ka yoko ko legen le yen idea de ke bil look bi ke jabe la chalbi ke lo attend to ko ke tin mayari ni ke so in jale jare de ban makiyo yen ne ga batem kan ba jamu yen ba yop ko ba legen le yen ku wi ko ke tin mayari kan wi de ban media de tin mayari in ben tieto ala kat kun yu ke gran ci garbino bi ben queen ku chang jen din ken jen ben chak ben tin mayari ben gidi chol warap ben adyang mayom ben pion bi jo ben queen ku yen di chiding ngi jen gae men ruweng nge ngi kan ke that time wan to kam den ke gu wun ku jelaran ci garbino ka yo ngi ki chit ki yen di ni cha ku ka yo ne ngi general ni cho ring kene ring ja ku jene ring nga ko ndi pion ala bang ni jo go gi makio ja ku ring iran yindi iran to fiar ka cha bie wala iran maru tan twin mayari di is something to be known to lenara ala ben media brot ko yen we chakale fanda di da patwo jin makio bala ping ka yo cha forward to kai ko lakini kai ko le yen chiro le ka keni so I will try my best but then you will record ku ba bet watch yen we chakale ping di edit ku yen mana toy ku we chakale dai chak dai thank you very much good night